Hey there, this is Janet from Paper and Spark, and today I am giving you a brief overview of your Shopify Seller Spreadsheet. This is available for sale at paperandspark.com for a one-time fee, not a monthly subscription if you don't already have it, and you can use this file to do your books for any year, past, present, or future, just by setting the date up here in this pink cell. So my Shopify Seller Spreadsheet is designed where you can copy and paste in one of these blank tabs your Shopify monthly CSV. We'll walk through exactly what CSV to use and how to find it and paste it in a future video. But once you paste in that CSV, you'll see your Shopify revenue streams broken out over here by source. You can minimize this if you don't want to see all those rows and still see your total Shopify sales. It's also going to total up your shipping revenue, so the shipping that customers pay to you, and any refunds that you issue. You'll be able to track some important state sales tax information, your sales by state over here. You'll be able to track your number of orders and sales revenue by state on this orange tab if you need to. You also have the ability to enter in sales from other sources outside of Shopify with these customizable spaces over here that we'll talk about in a future video. Finally, you can enter in all of your business expenses on these categorized color-coded tabs down here. Everything that you enter on these tabs will travel over to your monthly summary tab so you can see your total revenue and expenses all in one place, know your net profit. And then we've got a little area down here for tracking some important KPIs or metrics for your business. This spreadsheet can be used in Excel, Google Sheets, or Numbers. You'll see me using the spreadsheet in Excel in most of our videos. I'm using Excel on a Mac. This is what it looks like in Google Sheets, which is a great free web-based option if you don't have spreadsheet software on your computer already. But like I said, I'll be mostly working in Excel. Your purchase includes any updates or changes that we make to the file in the future, like if Shopify changes their CSV or anything else. It also includes access to both these video tutorials and written Google Doc instructions, so you have access to both types of learning for how to use it. It also includes access to the Accounting Accountability Club, which is our Facebook community where you can ask questions and get support, along with have access to live office hours in there each month. And it also includes a monthly bookkeeping checklist that lands in your inbox on the first of every month, so that you can get that reminder and refresher on how to update your books when it's time to do that. If you ever need help accessing a new version of your spreadsheet, you want to use a new version for the year, or you want to just get a clean version for whatever reason, or maybe you need a refresher on how to do something and you can't remember how to access your instructions, anything related to your spreadsheet, all you need to do is log into your user account at paperandspark.com. Once you log in with the email address you used to purchase, you click on whatever that file is under My Downloads and Resources here. All of the different versions of the file will live here. You'll see the different international versions if you need one for a different country. The spreadsheet instructions in both written and video format will live there, and frequently asked questions and a maintenance log for any updates that have been made to the file or the file instructions. We're working on adding that as well. Will live here inside your account. So this is where you want to go if you need anything related to your spreadsheet. Please also know that we have an FAQ and knowledge base with tons of frequently asked questions and resources related to your spreadsheet in here. This is the first place to go if you're having trouble with anything or have a question about something related to your spreadsheet. Other than that, if you need help, the Accounting Accountability Club is also a great place to go if you have a question about doing your books or using your spreadsheet. And you're also welcome to email us at support@paperandspark.com. That's also what you want to do if for any reason you break your file and you need to email it over to us. You can save it and attach it and email it to us over at support. So with all that being said, I'm going to just briefly review the areas of the spreadsheet so you can start to get familiar with it. In future videos, we'll talk about how to import in your CSV, how to find your fees, how to enter your business expenses in each tab, that sort of thing. But right now, I just want to introduce you to the monthly summary tab. It's basically the heart and soul of your Shopify seller spreadsheet. I also want to let you know that if in any other videos or resources you see me using a version of the spreadsheet that has fewer blue rows here, don't be alarmed. This is a recent update we've made to the spreadsheet to break out these different revenue streams on Shopify But if you see an older version in any of the tutorials, it still works exactly the same, and those videos are still applicable. So don't fret.
You set the date for whatever year you want to use this for up here. I've got a separate video on how to do that. But this monthly summary tab is basically like a profit and loss statement for your shop. You have your revenue section up here. This is where you will enter or import in all of your sales from your business. And anytime you see these blue lines here, there are built-in formulas that are linked to these light blue import tabs. This is where you're going to actually copy and paste your CSVs from Shopify, and these handy built-in formulas are going to pull the totals that you need to know for you. So anytime you see a colored row in general, most of the time that means there's a built-in formula there that you don't want to accidentally delete or override. There are some white rows here that you can actually rename. Like I'm going to say this is Amazon sales, for example. Those are customizable, and you can type in amounts directly on those rows if you want to. Anytime you see these custom rows, whether it's sales or an expense. You also may want to use these to enter refunds. Your Shopify refunds will automatically import in, but you may need to manually enter some refunds from other sources. These custom income rows here can be used to manually enter sales from sources other than Shopify. And we've also got this custom sales tab right here where you can type in sales individual transactions from other sources as well. Next, we've got our expense section down here. This is all the stuff that you're spending money on in your business. Lots of these colored rows are linked to some of the same color tabs down here. These are expense categories. They roughly correlate to how your tax form for your business is set up, and you will end up typing in your expenses here at the bottom. And same thing, whatever built-in formulas on the monthly summary tab will automatically pull those into the right month so that each month you can see the total of what you're spending on these different categories. There's lots of customizable space as well if you have other category expenses that you want to track, and we've got another expense tab and a miscellaneous expense tab as well. We'll talk more in detail about these in a future video. Your spreadsheet knows to subtract all of your total expenses from your total sales, so you never need to enter any of your expenses as negatives. It will take the net profit by subtracting those total expenses from your total revenue. Finally, we have these two sales tax related tabs over here where you can track how much you're collecting in sales taxes. I have videos especially about these, but it's going to help you track how much you're collecting in sales tax and your total in-state sales, so you have the information that you hopefully need to fill out those sales tax forms with your state. Lastly, we have this budget tab, which you can use to set a budget for the different expense categories in your business. There's a separate video on that. But that in a nutshell is your Shopify Seller Spreadsheet. It's going to be a game changer for being able to keep track of your numbers, stay on top of doing your books each month. So make sure to watch the rest of the videos in this tutorial series and let us know if you have any questions.